Many of us remembered that one show on Cartoon Network named Ed, Edd and Eddy, right? The show stopped airing after 6 seasons, which led to the whole entire staff of the show being laid off. Many were really mad about this decision, which led to one of the staff members to be leaking the original opening for episode for season 7. The crew members were mad when they found out that this was leaked. The file was on a torrent site for 3 days. Only 24 people downloaded it before it was taken off. I was one of them. Before the episode starts off, a warning is shown, stating that the following: due to money issues, we were forced to stop production for Ed, Edd and Eddy. This file is not to be distributed to the public, as this episode is only a project. After that, the intro started. I think that the intro would be either different or messed up, but the intro started off like normal. The Ed's fooling around like usual, no big deal. After the intro stopped, the title card spelled out Mayfire. It starts off with the Eds in the cul-de-sac in a bird's eye view. They are running for some reason, which led to Eddy to say, "Let's hurry! We're almost at the candy shop!" The A3 Eds start to sprint. As they make a turn, the scene fades away. The next scene shows them next to a TV showing a news broadcast. "Urgent! Fire starting in downtown, appears to be heading west to a little neighborhood. Please evacuate the area with caution."
"What are we gonna do now?"
shouted Double D. Ed in a sad tone said,
"What's there to do? We're done."
Eddy shouted,
"No, we're not. There's a safety shelter about 10 blocks away from us. We can make it there and survive."
This then shifted to another scene of the boys running. The next scene pops up, and it shows the Eds running for their lives, now because of the massive flames occurring in the background.
"Come on! We can make it! We're only 5 blocks away!"
Double D, slowing down, exclaimed,
"Guys, I don't think I can make it. I'm too weak to keep running."
"No, you're not! Double D, hop on my back!"
yelled out Ed. The scene cuts to black again. It now shows Eddy holding onto Double D's beanie, all torn and mangled up. Ed was sobbing really hard, while Eddy had a few tears in his eyes. Ed whispered,
"We're done, Eddy! We might as well go to the same direction as Double D did!"
While Eddy screamed,
"No, don't you say that to me now! Double D wanted us to be safe, so let's do it for the kid!"
They both started to run now. As they were running, the flames started to spread more and much brighter than they were before. As they made their final turn, Double D is shown running down the same pathway as the Eds.
"Double D? Is that you?"
said both of the Eds.
"Yes, it is! Hurry up! There's helicopters waiting for us and they're taking off in 2 minutes!"
yelled out Double D. A split-second static occurs, which led to the next part. It only showed Eddy all alone, inside a helicopter with a striped shirt and an orange shirt.
Double D? Ed! I can't let you guys just die like this. I'm joining you.
It shows Eddy jumping off the helicopter into the horrible fire. It then shows a bird's eye view of the cul-de-sac, all burnt down. It then cuts to the whole downtown area where the fire started. Now worse than what the news described. Buildings were collapsed into each other like dominoes. The fire kept spreading for what seemed like miles. A radio broadcast is heard in the background saying, "There's still hope in the northern area of the town. If there's any survivors, please come over to this region." That was Mayfire, an Ed, Edd and Eddy lost episode creepypasta. My final thoughts on the story? It was a pretty decent story, and it was an interesting read. Now, I believe this was on the Creepypasta wiki at one point, and I do believe it was like a decent story. It had its pretty dark moments during a disaster, of course, and the fire was depicted as something quite terrifying, if you believe me. I would be scared if something randomly occurs at my neighborhood, and by the way, EASs scare me, especially in a situation like a fucking wildfire or tornado. Also, the story was pretty tragic since the fact that the Eds didn't make it out, which was quite dark if you ask me. Yeah, like, just think about it, it's pretty sad and disturbing. Now, is there any problems with this story? The creators being angry for absolutely no reason for the episode to even be leaked. Like, isn't there supposed to be an explanation on that or something? Like, what? Anyway, if you agree or disagree with my opinion, that is fine. We all are entitled to our own opinions. My final rating of the story is at least an 8 out of 10. Decent, and it was pretty dark. Anyway, I'm out.